Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Gratitude Happy Hour. Thankful Thursday. It's so good to be with you today. This is Terry Angel and Karen Palmer with me today. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Terry. Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's so good to be here. And we have a real treat for you today. I have spoken with Luke Bryan Smith, and he has given permission for us to play one of his songs at the beginning of our show. And as the song is playing, I hope that you will all listen to the words of this song, but also while you're listening, help us to share this out. We're going to share it far and wide today and really get into some gratitude, aren't we, Karen?
Absolutely. So much to be grateful for these days. The weather's been so beautiful here in California. How has the weather been there?
Wow, it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot. And I know I have friends that are in places where there's snow. So I'm sorry, but we've got like 80s right now. And it's a little warm out here. So I'm going to put Lute on. I want people to really hear him, to hear his positive message. This video is called Gratitude. And it's such, Karen, he puts out such positive energy.
I love all of Lute's music. I'm going to put him in here so you guys can follow him on social media.
Yeah.
He is
and we need to tag him so that he sees that we are on. I can send it to him in a private message and let him know that we're playing it right now. I have to go back to my internet and put that up front and center, because that's how I need to share it. Come on. Okay. Now I can share. All right. Here is Luke Bryan Smith, one of the most positive people that I know on the planet.
Type into the chat.
I'm on a spiritual high. See my wings. Have an attitude of gratitude. I appreciate life and what it gets. Get up and feel the energy, expressing gratitude. That's my attitude. We have so much to be thankful for. Saying thank you just opens the door for more happiness and wealth, love and great health, empowering yourself. I'm so thankful to see another day that hasn't been seen. I feel serene, calm in that peace. Blessings never cease, they multiply, increase, abundance release. Manifest because I'm so gracious. Come closer, love is contagious. The universe, I can feel the vibration. I express thankfulness with no hesitation. I give back with my service to all, and I'm congruent with the universal laws. I have an attitude of gratitude. Yes, thank you for everything. I appreciate life and what it brings. I'm on a spiritual high. See my wings? I have an attitude of gratitude. Yes, thank you for everything. I appreciate life and what it brings. I'm on a spiritual high. See my wings? Thank you for my life. Thank you for my health. Thank you for the love. Thank you for my wealth. I express sincerely my gratitude. Can you hear me? Positive energy is near me, all around me, and in me. I am thankful for those. Why they came into my life, I know. Is to help me reach the next phase. So I appreciate all of my days. I attract with the universe. The creator of all always comes first. And for this I am thankful. Never arrogant, I am humble. I have an attitude of gratitude. Yes, thank you for everything. I appreciate life and what it brings. I'm on a spiritual high. You see my wings? I have an attitude of gratitude. Yes, thank you for everything. I appreciate life and what it brings. I'm on a spiritual high. You see my wings? I want to thank you all for listening. Say this with me, we are magnificent. There might be things in your life that are challenging, uncomfortable, frustrating. Keep a positive mind that just lessens. Remain gracious, receive your blessings. There's always something to be thankful for. Be thankful that you're breathing and you'll get more. The door is always open for those who knock. Expressing gratitude, that's the key to the lock. Do unto others as they do unto you. And I don't mean wrong things, but to yourself be true. Listen to your spirit, you'll know what to do. And when life says yes, say thank you. Listen to your spirit, you'll know what to do. And when life says yes, say thank you. I have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for everything. I appreciate life and what it brings. I'm on a spiritual high. You see my wings? I have an attitude of gratitude. Yes, thank you for everything. I appreciate life and what it brings. I'm on a spiritual high. You see my wings? I have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you.
Gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Okay.
I love all of
There
all
we
of
go.
his music is
Oh
so
my goodness.
amazing.
When you listen to songs like that, Karen, what happens? What does it do to you?
For me, honestly, Lute's music, it literally raises me out of the low energies. If I have anything that I've been, having doubts about or confusion about, I listen to Lute and I listen to his music and I dance around and I just open myself up to being more frequent with the energy of joy and happiness, and his music always lifts me out of anything that especially when I have doubt about something. It really helps me. Like I tap it out with that too. I tap out any doubt, and I'll tap while I'm singing and dancing to his music too. I tap right here on my collarbone. I have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you, and I can do that with the kids too. I bring a lot of his music to the kids, and I share with them, how they can focus on what's good in their life, because I really believe with all my heart that what we focus on, we expand and we bring more of that. And so, I have my little quotes that I wrote, and I wrote these for myself because they really help when you pay attention to these things, when things are happening and you start to feel yourself just getting a little bit out of alignment with who you really are, just using the stop, bring your hands to your heart. So of course, like what you taught, what you teach with the heart math and the heart connection. So I say to the kids, just say stop, self take over, please. And then bring your hand to your head just for a minute and say, wait, and remind yourself, what am I thinking? Do I want more of that? What I think about, I bring about. So do I want more of that? If the answer is no, then I need to get back into my heart and I need to say, self, take over, please. Help take away that thought and give me a thought that's going to be more helpful. So I have, and then when we do wait and we have that, what am I thinking? If it is something that you are wanting, right? Something that you're desiring, something that you would like to see more of, you say a big conscious yes, I would like more of that. And you say hope. Have only positive expectations. And then having that hope, I give this all over to faith. And faith is finding an inspiration that helps. So if that's God for you, if that's source for you, if that's Lord Buddha, if that's Jesus, whatever inspiration that you feel is the energy that supports you, that's what I think is the most, like the angels for me. I love the angels. I'm so grateful when I have the support and I feel their support coming in by just saying, I believe in you, angels, please come and help me, because when we have this third dimensional experience, we have free will. So we have this opportunity to choose love in every moment. and we have this opportunity to choose peace in every moment. And we also have the opportunity to choose to complain, but we can't complain and be grateful at the same time. And so I always choose grateful.
Yeah, that's one of our superpowers, is being able to choose. It brings back our power. We're empowered when we're making choices, and choosing wisely is so important right now. And Teri,
Definitely.
I loved your point about, Lut's music is so inspiring. It's so uplifting. Music, period, music overall is a great way for us to raise our vibration.
Yeah.
So if Luke's
Dancing
music
too.
doesn't appeal to you, which I can't imagine because I absolutely love everything that he does, and I love the beat, the rhythm, I love everything. But choose a music that maybe has some meaning to you. I have several songs that when I listen to them, I am just so inspired, like Hallelujah. Yeah, when I play that, I'm like, oh, it just really lifts you up. But Karen, what kind of music does that for you? I know we talked about lute, but there are certain songs, aren't there, that you feel into the frequency of them. Like Hallelujah does it for me,
Yeah.
and I was
And
really inspired.
yeah, I would say, for me, it has to do a lot of the mantras that I learned being a yoga teacher. And when I hear those mantras, they raise my vibration, they get me out of my head and into my heart. And
That's what
so
it does.
yeah, so I'd say that most of the music that I like to write and the music that I'm the most inspired by is taking those mantras and putting them into an English translation so that I can bring them to the children. One of my absolute favorite ones is We Are One Song. And We Are One Song is a message that helps us to remember aham prema means I am love. Twa'am prema means you are love. Va'am prema means we are love. And va'am gita means we are one song. And so I took, those lyrics and I turned that into a song and a dance and something that brings you up, because anything that we do, from our heart, I feel when we do something from our heart, it's connecting with the unified field where the angels, where the ascended masters, where where God and where all that is lives. And I think everyone, if we can just understand that, and I think we could really have a different world if everyone realized that everything that they're looking for is inside of them in their own heart, because we have this illusion and this old program that has been taught to many of us, that God is outside of us and we have to do certain things to please God, and that we have to be a certain way to have the angels talk to us, and that that we have to go through a medium or somebody who has these gifts. And so I just feel that if everyone understood, and this is why I'm so passionate about getting this into the schools, if the children, and I don't talk religion, I don't talk about faith or anything about the angels, I'm just channeling the angels when I'm talking. And I don't need to tell people I'm channeling angels. I used to feel like I needed to tell people, this is coming from Archangel Jophiel, or this is coming from, Archangel Michael. But now I feel the embodiment of just getting into my heart space and being able to share the messages from a space of complete, humble acceptance of being honored to be a messenger. I think that if we can all really get quiet enough, I have a cute little thing that I do in the morning, and I've been doing these chantings. I joined the SGI USA, and I've been doing Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, right? Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And so I wrote a song that helps me every morning to get me into my heart, and it makes me, and I'm working on it to get it so that I'll be able to share it with the kids soon. But it's
You want to sing it?
Yeah, it's that song, you know, in the jungle, you know, in the jungle, the mighty jungle. So anyway, it goes, in the quiet, the gentle quiet, your heart will speak today. In the quiet, the gentle quiet, your heart will show the way. And then I go, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. In the quiet, the gentle quiet, your heart will speak today. In the quiet, the gentle quiet, your heart will show the way. And then when you do that, tapping on Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, that is calling in your Buddha self, calling in your true nature. That is saying, I invite myself to be a version of my true nature, and I invite the mystic law to work into my life. And so when we use those, that's what I mean. Like, I think these ancient wisdoms, these ancient mantras that have been given to us, 12 million people in SGI International, the SGI International. So 12 million people chanting for Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is the human revolution. It's helping us to step out of the illusion that we are not in power of our own life, and we take back our own power by chanting for our own happiness and for our own health and for our own living in peace, Kosen Rufu. So they have Kosen Rufu. And when we chant for ourselves, because we are all one, we're chanting for everyone. So you can chant for your family, you can chant for people that maybe you're having difficulties with communicating with. You can chant for people who you see having health issues, and you just hold them in the vision of their true nature. You hold them in that vision, and that's basically what I find music is to me, is a way for me to move out of the illusion of I have no control over this, to raising my own vibration and realizing I'm creating this reality. I'm writing this script.
Right, right. And really feeling it inside. We have chakra centers, our energy centers, and our solar plexus is our power center.
Yeah.
So I know for me, like when I chant, I love some of the chants. I love Om, especially because it's just that connection. You feel that connection with source. And I feel my solar plexus start to open up, and you really do go back into your power with these chants and with music that just lifts your vibration. I love it. That's the power of music. And a lot of people are trying to figure out, you know, what to do right now. You may be bored. You may be just kind of still in that state of shock or fear or panic. Music will lift your vibration faster than anything.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just find what it is that you resonate with. Find something that when you hear that song, it puts you in a good space. It makes you sing along. It makes you really want to get up and dance like Luke's music does, right, Karen?
Yes, every time when you play it, I'm dancing behind the scenes here with Lute's music. I love his music so much. And one of the, you know, I love his music. Always has a message that really, really resonates. So it really helps to align us with our true self, to align us with that feeling of, you know, I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone in this human experience. We're all in this together. And Lute's music really, really amplifies that for me. Every time I hear any of his music, any of his I share it everywhere I possibly can, because I really believe that he's such an important messenger for our world right now. And, you know, I feel the same way about the music that I'm writing, because I know that what comes through me is me opening up to be of service. And I know that Lute does the same thing. He opens up and asks, how may I serve? And how may I serve? And how may I serve? And you do that with the work that you're doing with Time Heals and with the angelic Reiki. And, you know, when we ask that question, how may I serve? Then we step back. This is what I was talking about with faith, right? Find an inspiration that helps. When we have a vision, or we have something that we're really, really clinging to, that we really want to happen, the best thing to do for that is give it over, let it go. Let it go to Jesus, let it go to the angels, let it go. Hey, Robert Dose, I haven't seen you in forever. I just saw him pop in here. So when we let it go and we hand it over to whatever source or label you want to use for source, God or Jesus, or however you want to use that, I think that you really have peace in your heart, and you can truly, truly let everyone have their own experience. And you can know that divine order, divine timing, divine assignments are all happening. They're all happening, and that you are the choreographer of this dance. And everyone who's in the dance is part of your assignment, your divine assignment.
Yeah, and you know, Karen, we had a wonderful discussion before we even started, and I said, let's talk about that. And part of that discussion was, okay, so I've got some stuff. I got stuff that I want to let go of. You know, we all have. So I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to say, okay, universe, I'm giving this over to you. But wait, I want to take this part back, and maybe I can handle this part. So what we're doing there is putting our expectations out, right? We're not fully letting go. We expect it to be handled, but if it's not expediently, then we're going to start taking it back. We're going to say, okay, the universe hasn't done it yet. I guess I'm going to have to step up and do it, right?
Yeah.
So when you do let go, what you were just explaining about turning it over, you know, getting it out there, out of you, you don't have to carry that backpack full of stuff. But when you do hand that backpack over, whatever is in it, let it be fully gone. Just step away from it, step back, and don't have an expectation of how quickly it's going to be taken or how it's going to happen even. You know, we put so many expectations out to the universe, don't we? I want this, I want that. And we kind of give our little to-do list,
Yeah.
right? We make our to-do list of things that we ask for, things that we want taken from us. But the main thing is to release them without expectation. And that is what faith is all about, isn't it?
Right. And having the faith, that's find an inspiration that helps. That's why I say faith is find an inspiration that helps. So if you find an inspiration that helps, like Jesus, for me, I love Jesus. I have a relationship with Jesus. I'm grateful. He's my brother. He's my friend. He's somebody that I can hand over my husband and my daughter comfortably and say, here, you take care of them right now. I'm going to let them have their own experience, and I'm not going to have any attachment to what they're doing right now. I'm going to let them do what they need to do. I'm going to focus my attention on what I can control. The only things I can control, the only 3 things I can control is how I think, what I feel, and what I do with my emotions. Those are the 3 things I can control. Now, if my daughter is freaking out about this whole thing and has herself barricaded in with toilet paper and is terrified of what's happening on the outside and has lost her faith in herself and her truth and and has found some kind of experience where she wants to experience who she is not. She wants the contrast, because we are in charge of our own vibration. We are not in charge of anybody else's vibration. That's something that I have learned the hard way, because when you love somebody so much, you want to teach them your vibration. This is your thoughts. These your thoughts are creating your blah, 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 blah. And then you feel like you're a broken record. And Marissa will say to me, your mom, just don't go there. Don't go there. She'll stop me right there. And she'll say, just don't go there. And I'll say, okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm giving you over to Jesus. I won't tell her that. I'll put Archangel Michael on the job. I'll say, okay, I'm putting Archangel Michael on the job, and I'm got my hands off. My human hands are backing away.
Yeah. And Karen, are you the one that said, oh God, I think it was you that used to say, mind your own vibration.
Mind your own vibration. Your own hula hoop. Be in your own hula hoop. We have this energy, you know, this energy that's around us, like the hula hoop. And whatever we put out of that hula hoop is what comes back at us as just like a photocopy machine. And so, like, if I'm putting out kindness, if I'm putting out love, I'm putting out compassion, then I'm going to get back love, compassion, nice people coming in, and all kinds of different. But if I'm living in a fear-based society, I'm going to see evidence of what I believe. You know, what you believe, you receive. And I really believe that with all my heart. And, you know, when we are focused on what's wrong with somebody, what's wrong with Marissa right now? What's going on with Marissa right now? Are you worried right now, Marissa? When I focus on that, it grows and it expands. But when I focus on her being safe, and I say, you remember, you have your angels all the time around you. Remember, you can call in the, you know, the white light of protection. You're always safe, Marissa. And stay in the moment, because the point of power is always in the present moment. And if we can just stay in the moment, we really don't need anybody to do anything differently.
Right. And that's great, Karen. I love these points. So what you're doing when you see Marissa freaking out, or anybody, you know, we see everybody right now pretty much freaking out. We look at them and see them as perfect. They're perfect in their imperfection. Whatever is going on, that's the divine way it's supposed to be. So we can look at everyone right now in their perfection. And then we don't go into judgment.
Bless.
Yeah.
We can bless. And then if we bless them with the angels, and we bless them with Jesus, or we bless them with God, however it works for you, whatever is the, you know, whatever is the best way for you to let go. Because when we are holding on to how we think somebody, because we can only mind our own vibration. It's the truth. We don't have any control over anybody else's thoughts. We don't have any control over anybody else's emotions or feelings. And so even if it's our own daughter or our husband or our best friend that we've known forever, it doesn't matter. You know, because it's their contrast. They have called it into their experience. And for some reason, like, why did I call in being homeless, right? Why did I call in the experience? Well, I found after this experience happened, and I was able to look at it from a new perspective, from a higher version of myself, I was able to understand that I wanted to experience the illusion of being the farthest thing from who I really am. I wanted to experience that. And that's why I called in abuse. That's why I called in, and I'm not saying that I did this intentionally. I didn't do it intentionally. I did it by default. I didn't realize that my beliefs were creating my reality. And so my belief at that time was, I deserve this treatment. And when I said that, it just spiraled down. I deserve this treatment. I deserve this treatment. But my grandma said to me, and I remembered this, and this is when I started changing my thought, because you change your thought, you change your life. And my thought became, I deserve a beautiful life.
Yes.
Everyone deserves a beautiful life. And when I did that change, everything started to change in my outer world. Everything begins with our most dominant thought. Our most dominant belief is what we experience in our human experience.
Yeah, you found your worthiness.
Yeah, and if you believe that you are, worthy, and you believe that you deserve a beautiful life, then the universe will start showing you evidence of that everywhere. So you can see I changed my belief, because I am living a beautiful life and I am teaching people these principles.
Absolutely.
And that's what happens.
And, sometimes it does take an outside voice to say those words to us, to say, you are
Oh,
worthy. You are deserving. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? Well, yeah, Robert, I love that. This is an interesting way of viewing the experience. Thank you. Yeah, we all, we're all having this Corona experience together, right? And so what we've been doing is we started the coronavirus.org and the Corona Games. So Karuna is a Sanskrit word for compassion. Karuna, corona, right? So a coronavirus is a compassion virus. And so what do we do with this experience? If we are collectively transmuting this experience into love and light, I feel that we are doing what we came here to do. Like, I feel like this is a huge opportunity. If you go to peace2030.earth, we have the Peace on Earth Games happening. And Teri, I would love for you to be a peace leader for that, because we are going to have peace on Earth by 2030. And we have a 7-step plan that is going to hit 40 million people by September 21st, 2020. We have a plan. We have a real plan. There's over 200 teams already, and we want to have 1,000 teams by September. So I'm going to type that into the chat so people can go to that website. If you go to the website, you can see the leaderboard.
Yeah, the angels are telling me right now, say yes to everything. I'm like, not everything, angels, but yeah, this really resonates, Karen, because I'm all about peace.
Yes.
You and I have done a lot together as far as making inroads into peace on earth. So definitely this is in my heart. Every night before I go to sleep, I ask for peace on earth. Let me wake up to a peaceful planet, please. And I know it will happen. I do know that. And I love summer fiction. Yeah.
Right. This man, he did what was called the peace. He did a peace run where he passed the peace torch. And I think it was in the 1980s, he went all around the world with this peace torch and reached 25 million people. And people were starting to believe that peace on earth was possible. So this will be the 34th anniversary. And we're going to start this so that we have the next 10 years to have peace on earth. So this is the kickoff. This is the big Super Bowl for us of peace on earth games. So I am a team leader, you can reach out to me directly and I can get you all lined up and get everything set up. If you want to just be a player, a player is just somebody who does the actions. A peace leader is somebody who, organizes their team and starts a team. And when you start a team, you have 7 actions that you can take. And these are really awesome actions, like befriending the other, believing that peace is possible, helping 10 people believe that peace on earth is possible. So there's really fun, easy ways for us to do this. It's a conscious shift, so it's right. It's if enough of us, 40 million, believe in peace on earth, we're going to start living in that dream, from that dream space.
Yes,
So anyway, I'm excited, and it's another piece that I love. When we have these coronavirus and the COVID-19 and all the people who are suffering, all the people who are going through so much right now, we are being shown in a big way that we're all in this together.
Absolutely. It's global. And so that's what we're feeling. We're feeling a connection right now. And it's a connection we've never felt before. This has never happened. That
Yeah.
it's been widespread everywhere on earth at the same time.
Yeah.
So it is a big message to us to feel that connectedness, to feel each other's energy, and know that we can have compassion for each other because we're all going through it.
And it's really slowing us down so that we have no other choice but to go within. Like people are saying, I'm going stir crazy. I don't know what to do with myself. I say, go within, or you go without. Go within, or you go without. I love what Robert Dosa just put in here in the chat. Thank you so much, Robert, for being here. It's such a blessing to see you here again. And what he says is, the way you explained the experience, Karen, sounds exactly like what I did in my life. I literally went to the darkest place that I could possibly go until I had the illusion that I can never get out. But then something clicked and everything began to change for the better. Me too, Robert. And I feel the same way. Like we bring our greatest fear into the experience so that we can conquer that experience and show that it is an illusion. Only love is real. So when and the truth always corrects all errors. So if we just remember that the truth will correct all errors. So whatever this disease is happening, it's just a dis-ease on our planet. And we need to wake up so that we can wise up, so that we can realize that we are all in this together. And when we realize that, we'll stop hurting each other.
Yes, yes. And we will have peace on earth. And I know that that is what's going to be a byproduct, is Karen, we're going to remember what it felt like to have compassion. Yeah, we've lived for so long in competition and, countries fighting, people fighting, families fighting. Now we're in this situation where it's like, oh, you're going through the same thing I am. And really seeing each other for a change, instead of seeing each other as an enemy or somebody that we don't like. It's like we're all going through this.
And
So
seeing
that
the social
have that
change.
peace.
Yeah, and seeing the social change happening with our healthcare, with our economic system. Everything is being affected by this. It's like the old energies are not being able to live up to the frequencies that what we've brought onto the planet. Now we have love and light transmuting all that isn't true.
Yes.
This is what I feel. I really feel this with all my heart. With my own human experience, what I'm dealing with, my own human challenges right now, I believe that when I stay true and believe with all my heart and soul that the truth will correct all errors, I believe in myself, I love myself, I accept myself, I respect myself. And when I feel that way about myself, then everything around me starts to mirror that back to me, because every person in our life is a reflection of a belief that we have about ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
So we're really powerful,
We're so powerful. And one thing that we can do, I always try to give like some tips that people can hold on to right now. One thing that you can do is pick up the phone and call somebody. Maybe you haven't talked to a family member or a friend in a long time, and say, you know what? I'm grateful for you. Start sharing gratitude, because that, my friends, will really lift your vibration. So show some gratitude. Karen, who are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my husband.
Yes,
And I'm
wonderful.
grateful for my daughter, and
Oh,
I'm super grateful for my sister, even though she doesn't want me to come and visit her because she doesn't want us, either one of us, to get sick, because she's afraid that if one of us gets sick, we won't be able to take care of the other one. And I love
right.
her and I accept her experience, and I'm grateful that she is letting me come and visit her at the door so that my dog can get treats from her. I'm grateful
Yeah.
for that, and I'm
You
grateful
can at
that
least see her
I
face,
get to see
right?
her face, and I can appreciate and respect. I respect everyone. I do namaste when I see anybody. I'm a hugger. I love to hug, but I don't hug anymore. I just do namaste. And we just, when we, start to adjust to these circumstances, we're being respectful of what other people are feeling. And, if they're asking us to give 6 feet distance, if they're asking us to stay in our home unless we have to go do something, if they're asking us, to wear gloves if we're going to pump the gas, or wear gloves if we're going to go to the grocery store, or wash our hands before we eat. I always wash my hands before I eat. I mean, that's just, I think I learned that and I just kind of stuck with it. But honestly, it's interesting because when we find ourselves frustrated by somebody else's actions, we really, like Ram Dass says, it's an opportunity for you to see, why does that bother you? Why does it bother you? Why did it bother me when I was being said that? Because I still have a little bit of fear of rejection. And I had to acknowledge that, and I bring it to my true self. I sit down, I have a cup of tea, and I say, this is little Karen, and little Karen is still dealing with a little bit of her rejection. She needs more love, not less. She needs more love here. And how can you bring that to yourself? That's what you do. Like in these situations, when somebody is unkind or says something that, stirs you up, and why did they say it like that? Why is he, why is he being like that? Why is he saying that? It's really not about what they're saying. It's really not about what they're doing. It's about your buttons are being pushed until you don't have buttons anymore.
Yeah, everything's coming up to be healed. And you're so right, Karen. We have these memory imprints. So when something happens, and it may not have anything to do with that person, but all of a sudden we're hit with that emotion. And this is something that I deal with on Tuesdays. On Tuesday's Gratitude Happy Hour, we talk about healing those emotions after we've had some trauma in our life. And trauma can be anything. It can be, a loss. It can be an illness. So yeah, we have all of those imprints from the minute we come onto earth. We have ways that we've been treated, ways we've been taught, all of those paradigms that are, and stories that are sitting there in our subconscious. So yeah, I think we can heal all of that. And like you said, there those things that people do and say to us, it does push those buttons, but we can heal those buttons. We can let them go, right? We can let them go and not have that expectation of anything about them anymore.
And you can help people also by just loving them where they are, accepting them where they are. And even if somebody isn't ready to talk or isn't ready to share what they're upset about, and they feel like, I just don't want to talk, I just don't want to, they don't feel, a lot of times, this is what I do with the children, is as I help them navigate their emotions so that they can be comfortable and feel safe to share what they need to share. But a lot of times as adults, us adults never learned how to express ourselves emotionally in a natural and healthy way. And so we either go into anger or resentment or frustration, and we try to project it out of us, get it out of me. It's your fault. It's your fault. And so if somebody is doing that right now, I just want to share with you, just to help you, if you're watching this, whether you're watching live or on the replay, just get into your own heart first before you can say anything, before you can even begin to move in any direction. Check in with yourself about why you feel so urgent to talk to that person.
Mhm.
And if there's something that you really feel needs to be said, just say, you know, I really understand that this doesn't feel safe to you to talk to me right now, but I just want you to know that I'll be here when you are ready. I'll be here, and then let it go, and then just let it go, and really have compassion for their situation, and try to remember a time maybe when you suppressed something or you tried to push something away, and just try to have that empathy for people right now, because so many people have stuffed so much down that it's all coming up. And Robert says, I see the virus as the thing that will shift the global vibration, bringing positive changes to all individuals. Yes, Robert, I feel the same way. And it's going to change Mother Nature. It's going to change it's changing our environment already.
Yes.
Like a global purification that was long due to happen. Absolutely. Like, look what's happening in Italy. The waters are clean. The dolphins have come back. The fish have come back. They had the lowest amount of, pollution in Japan, and, in China, they've had the lowest amount of pollution. Those 3 months that people were dealing with this virus, it changed the environment. So everything's being affected by this.
It is. And just look at how that helped in just 3 months. Just imagine for a minute if we didn't pollute our waters, if we didn't throw garbage into our waterways, if we didn't dump chemicals into our waterways, and if we didn't just drop things on the earth.
Right.
There are receptacles. Pick it up. You don't have to just throw it down on the ground. I see that so much here at the beaches where I live. And, it's one of my passions is for our beaches to be clean, our waters to be clean, for us to have a more beautiful earth to live in and live on. And I know that Mother Gaia right now is just so happy that she's not being polluted at the moment. And I want it to continue. And that's the thing that I've been saying all along is let's remember our lesson, and let's remember how it felt in these months that we are in right now, that this has been going on. Let's remember the compassion for each other,
Right.
but let's also remember the compassion for Mother Earth.
Right.
And look at how happy she is right now, and let's continue that as well.
Yeah.
So there's many lessons, I think, Karen, coming out of this time, and we can find things to relieve our boredom, like we started out with music, calling somebody, picking up the phone, communicating. Now there's a thought. Communicate with each other, right?
The people who are in your house. Yeah. That you're in quarantine with, that we have such a great opportunity here. Read a book and enjoy a book, and really snuggle up in a blankie and just look out at the beautiful nature,
or write a book.
Maybe you've been holding back on writing a book. Exactly.
Yeah. Or just journal, just write down during this time what you're going through, what your thoughts are.
Absolutely.
So many ways that take advantage of this time, and let it be a positive experience, and not something where you feel like you've been sent to your room and you can't come out until you behave, but make it something very positive in your life. Karen,
and bringing your hands over your heart, and just bringing your hands over your heart and starting to slow down your breath, that actually relaxes the nervous system. So if you're feeling scared, or another great thing is giving yourself a hug. That's a mudra that has been around for many, 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 many all types of faiths, all types of beautiful religions and organizations that teach mudras. Mudras are incredible. This is pieces in my hands, Gyan Mudra. I teach this to the kids all the time. You know, these are your hand exercises. I'm okay. Pieces in my hands. When we do that, it's also NLP. So NLP will also help you if these are things that I teach the kids. I don't tell them what I'm teaching them, but it really, really is these power tools that we have when we feel nervous. A nervous system, another awesome thing you can do that's the simplest thing that I think has changed my complete life is when you've been through trauma, is just to breathe in through your nose and then make a humming sound out through your nose, like you're making a sweet little sound. That really relaxes everything, all the traumas, all the old programs, all the old stories that are going through your head. And it really helps you if you do that, bring your hands to your heart and get yourself out of your head and into your heart.
Yes, thank you, Karen. Karen, you are so resourceful and you have so much to offer to the world. I know we have to wind this up because I have some things that are going on that I have to go attend to. But
Awesome.
Karen, how do people reach out to you? I really want people to get these resources because you have so much to
I
offer.
do.
And one
Yeah.
thing we want to mention is that Karen and I have written a book together.
Yeah.
It's called Heals for Animals, and we will be training in that modality of energy healing and communication for animals. If this is something you're interested in, you can go to angelspeakers.com, and on the home page, what comes up when you very first go to angelspeakers.com, you'll see a link there where you can click and give us your information. If you're interested in this training, we already have people that are signing up for it. It's going to happen. The first one will be in June in Central Florida. But we will be doing these online at a later point, and we'll be doing them in different places. So I wanted to mention that. And Karen, please share how people can contact you, especially to work with you with the peace projects that are going on and anything that you have, any resources to help people. I want people to be able to find you. So how do they do that?
You know, I think the best way is they can email me directly at karenpalmer@wetheworld.org. I think that's the best way. I also have a website, globalkindnesstv.org, that explains all the work that I do with all the different organizations that I do, the work that I do with the children, the work that I do with the animals, and the work that I do with the seniors. I also do design musical coloring books, and those musical coloring books can be found on Amazon, and everything is under Global Kindness Going Viral. I am the founder of Global Kindness Going Viral and the founder of the Puppy Love Revolution, and I use all social media to help raise the vibrations of compassion, love, joy, kindness, and peace on earth. So that's how people can connect.
Thank
I
you.
love being here. Thankful Thursday. I love Thankful Thursday.
Me too. And thank you all for tuning in today. Karen, can you take us out with a chant? Would you do that for us?
You know, there's a beautiful one that I love. Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru. Thank you, I'm grateful too. Thank you, I'm grateful too. Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Karen, for being with us today. And I want to remind everybody, if you haven't liked Enlightened World Network on Facebook, please go there. We do so much. And there will be a meditation a little later. They're here. So please go watch us. And also, Deb Goldberg is going to be on Angel Heart Radio at 7 o'clock tonight. So go watch her. She's amazing. Thank
She
you guys
is
so much.
amazing.
Yeah, I love you so much, honey. And
I love
sending
you
love.
guys. Thank you. I'm so glad that you came in, Robert. It was so fun to hear from you. So grateful. Thank you. I'm so grateful for all of you. And that's the song you can sing with your family, sing with your friends, sing to your puppy, to your kitty, sing to the flowers, sing it to the trees, you know, that vibration, Angsang Wahe Guru. That's like, wow, God, I'm so grateful. You know, I feel so grateful. Waha Guru is like, wow, God, wow, you know, wow. And so when we use that mantra, it's saying, thank you, I'm grateful too, I'm so grateful. And like you said, that vibration raises us up. I'm so excited. Someday Lute and I will do something together. I can feel it.
You will.
So
Go look up Luke Bryan Smith on YouTube. You're
yes,
going to
follow Lute on Facebook. I put his follow. You can click on to follow him on Facebook. He puts the most awesome posts and the most beautiful music. I'm so grateful for him too. Thankful Thursday.
Yes. Thank you, Luke Bryan Smith, for letting us play your song today. We absolutely love it, and we love you. All right, I'm going to say good night, everybody, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody.